Mouse Trap, starring Mickey Mouse 123. A board game and some strange stuff. Written and directed by Mr. Chips.
Disclaimer: no mice were harmed, frightened, or inconvenienced during the playing of Mousetrap. Any resemblance to real mice caught in elaborate contraptions is purely coincidental and entirely the fault of the player's imagination.
Mickey Mouse 123 was a notorious YouTuber, the kind who couldn't seem to go a day without posting some wildly opinionated rant. His topics covered everything from movie reviews to life hacks he claimed would change your life. But what Mickey really prided himself on was his staunch, almost paranoid connection to his viewers, the kind that made him address every strange rumor, even the absurd ones. One fateful evening, a new theory bubbled up in his comments section. Mickey Mouse 123 is actually a mouse. The comment, left by some faceless user named CheeseLover42, was simple yet eerie. The first time Mickey read it, he laughed, brushing it off with a classic sarcastic response in his next video. "Me? A mouse? Yeah, maybe next week," he scoffed, tossing his head back in exaggerated laughter. "Just because my name has mouse in it doesn't mean I'm like an actual rodent." His fans laughed along with him, but the very next day, Mickey's life took a hard, unexpected turn. He woke up feeling different, smaller somehow. The world around him looked absurdly large, like he was viewing it through a funhouse mirror. He stumbled forward, struggling to understand what was happening, but a tingling sensation coursed through his body, down to his tiny, twitching fingers. Or were they fingers? When he looked down, his eyes went wide with terror. No fingers, no hands, just tiny pink paws. His heart hammered in his little chest as he realized the horrifying truth. He had transformed into an actual mouse, a creature barely 4 inches tall, his sleek gray fur bristling with panic. And then came the next shock. In the blink of an eye, the oversized world shifted and twisted around him until he was no longer in his bedroom, but inside a towering maze of plastic and metal contraptions. He was trapped inside a giant game of Mousetrap. The towering mechanisms were familiar, but horrifyingly real. The infamous Rube Goldberg machine stretched out around him, a monstrosity of gears, levers, and a looming cage balanced precariously at the top. Mickey's mind raced. He was inside a board game. It was like some twisted cosmic joke. Just then, a voice echoed through the plastic corridors, an oddly cheerful but sinister tone. It was CheeseLover42. "Hey there, Mickey. Or should I say, Mousy?" The disembodied voice chuckled. "I told you, didn't I? You should have believed me." Mickey tried to squeak a retort, but all that came out was a high-pitched squeal. He dashed forward, his tiny paws tapping against the plastic floor, desperately trying to find a way out. But every route seemed to lead to another trap. CheeseLover42's voice continued, dripping with mocking glee. "Run, little mouse, run! Watch out for that cage. Oh, and the boot. Wouldn't want you to get squished now, would we?" Mickey scurried forward, weaving through narrow tunnels, each one more claustrophobic than the last. Ahead of him, a swinging boot the size of a boulder swung back and forth ominously. He darted to the side just as it crashed down, barely missing his tail. Panic clawed at his tiny heart. He could hear CheeseLover42's taunting laughter echoing from somewhere unseen. With every step, he found himself narrowly avoiding another trap. A falling marble, a snapping plastic arm, the dreaded cage hovering above. Finally, he reached the end of the maze, only to find himself face to face with a block of cheese, gleaming under a flickering fluorescent light. His stomach rumbled, and though he knew it was a trap, he couldn't resist. As he nibbled the cheese, savoring its sharp flavor, he heard a soft click above him. Before he could react, the cage dropped with a resounding clang, trapping him inside. Above, CheeseLover42's voice cackled one last time. "Gotcha. Enjoy your new life, Mickey. Maybe next time you'll be a little more open-minded." The game board faded, his last thought being a simple, gnawing realization. The internet never forgets. I'm nice, but I'm an asshole. I've got a big heart, but I'm fucking cold. I do care. But fuck everybody!